Okay, this book report is going to be performed by Addison Wells and her animal characters. The book is The Rescuer. It is written by Marguerite Sharp, and there will be a few acts in it. And the actual characters are supposed to be mice, but there will be other animals. One time, there was a meeting called the Prisoner Aid Society meeting. Madam Chairwoman is the leader of these kinds of meetings. One day, there was an important announcement to make. She said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a friend in the Black Castle as a prisoner. He is a poet. We need to help save him. Is there anybody here that will help save him? If you are willing to, please raise your hand." Just then, a hand shot up. I know somebody at this meeting, probably too, that knows Miss Bianca, and then he can bring Miss Bianca or send her a message saying that she needs to go to the Black Castle to help save our prisoner friend. That person, will they please raise their hand? Because this is very important. Another hand shot up. It was Bernard's. He said, "Yes, I do know Miss Bianca. I know where she lives. I can go get her if you would like me to. It would be my pleasure. Would you like a message, or would you like me to bring me here?" "I would like a message given to her. Here is the message. Miss Bianca, we need you to go help save our friend that is a prisoner in the Black Castle. He is a poet, and you might like poetry too. If you need a friend of help, that would be okay. You can go ahead and get it by yourself, and then once you have your friend, please report to the Prisoner Aid Society." When Bernard got the message that he had to deliver to Miss Bianca from Madam Chairwoman, he knew exactly what to say and walked quietly into her home. "Miss Bianca," he whispered, "Miss Bianca, please wake up. I have a message for you I have to deliver." Just then, Miss Bianca woke up. "What is it, Bernard? What is the message Madam Chairwoman has given me?" "We have a prisoner at the Black Castle, for he is a poet." "Have you been writing poetry?" "Yes, I have." "Go ahead and tell me the rest." "We need you to help us get him. We cannot help you yet, but you are a great detective that you might be able to help. Madam Chairwoman said that if you need a friend or want one, you are certainly available to have one. I have to go back to the Prisoner Aid Society and bring your friend too. Then we'll talk about what we do next and how you travel." "Okay," Miss Bianca said. Miss Bianca was ready when she had to find a friend. She knew exactly where to go, and she met someone new. Then that friend of hers had to tell the main person, "Miss Bianca needs a friend of here to help her on an important mission. Would you pick someone to help her?" "Yes, I would be glad to." For where is Nils?" "He's right over there." "Let's have Nils go with her, and I will introduce him to her and her to him." "Thank you." "You're welcome." "You may go over there with the master." "Okay." "For who have you picked?" "For I have picked Nils." "Nils!" he called. "Yes, master." "Would you be willing to go on an adventure with this young lady whose name is Miss Bianca?" "I would be willing to very much." "For where shall we have to meet with her friends?" "For at the Prisoners' Aid Society. It is an important mouse meeting that we need to report to." "That I would be grateful." "All right, you guys can go ahead." "Goodbye, goodbye," said Nils and Miss Bianca. "See you." When Miss Bianca and Nils finally reached the Prisoner Aid Society, they asked, what are we to do now? For all we had information of was to come report to this meeting, the mouse meeting. Why do you need us, Madam Chairwoman? For you guys will need another partner to help you get to the Black Castle. Who would help them? Bernard's hand shot up. I would be glad to help Bernard, Miss Bianca and Nils. Please come forward then. Now, the other way. How will you guys travel? Nils suddenly just talked. I know. We can go outside, catch a boat, and take it to the place where the wagons go to the Black Castle. That would be an awesome way and an awesome free way. For mice can take anything since they're so small. You guys all know that, right? Yup, everybody said. So they all began on their way, trying to find the prisoner who was held as a poet in the Black Castle. Nils, Miss Bianca, and Bernard were finally on their way to go find the boat. They knew the station, but they had to get there in a fast way. Nils knew every single way in the city. Follow me, he said as he rushed along the grassy meadow. I'm coming, just wait. I'm right behind you, said Bernard. Suddenly they stopped. Miss Chairwoman said that when we get to the wagon place, they have food for the prisoners. Maybe we can follow them. Now wait. Maybe they take a way that mice can't. So we might have to wait a few days until we find a perfect time and a perfect way to reach the prisoner. We also have to be careful because I think Madam Chairwoman said that there was a cat that lived with the head jailer. And the head jailer is a big beast, Miss Bianca said. So we have to be extra careful. Okay, but still, let's get going to the boat. Come on. Come on. I'm coming. And I'm still right behind as they left to go find the boat. When they were on the boat finally, Miss Bianca was so tired that she just fell on a piece of bread that was behind all the other people. Then Hale said, Hey, Miss Bianca, if you want to have a bed, I can make you one. I bet I could find some lettuce for a pillow and a piece of cheese for a blanket. If you want one, I can go get some. That would be great. And I'll stay here just to block their view of seeing us, just in case. That would be a great idea. So, Nils ran off to go find the cheese and lettuce, while Bernard talked to Miss Bianca. Hey, Miss Bianca, why are you so tired all the time? And how are you in that very fancy house? Oh, because I live with a boy. He found me and thought I was very pretty, and then he treated me to some very good stuff. The good stuff is all the things you found there. And I knew I loved him when he gave me all that stuff. Well, I bet you're pretty glad that you got it, aren't you? Yes. Just then, Nils returned with some cheese and lettuce. Here you go, Miss Bianca. I found some for you. Thank you. Go ahead and put the lettuce right here. Okay. And the cheese will be my blanket. Okay. Much, much better. Finally, when they got off, Miss Bianca had all her energy back. Let's go, she shouted. I'm excited to get the prisoner out. But Nils, since he was so active, he just blocked down at that moment. Please wait. Bernard added, we're not even there yet. Anyways, we're at the third drop-off. This is the second drop-off. You slept through the first drop-off. Oh, well still, let's go get active so we know where we're going. Ooh, I know where we're going, said Nils. We're going to the wagons that lead to the Black Castle. Yeah, we all know that. But how will we get there? Oh, don't worry. We'll just go back outside and walk around. And if we find people carrying food, we might be able to follow them. 'Cause you know what Nils said. Yeah, remember Madam Chairwoman said that they carry food to the prisoners and maybe we could follow them? And remember what I said, Nils, was that where they're going, we can't go. So still, we've all got to be careful. And maybe if we find a little hole and some empty scraps in the head jailer's room, both, then we can make our own house again. That would be great. Now, let's get going. Come on, it's the third drop-off. Finally, when all three of the mice got off the boat, they saw a wagon about to leave. They were scared that they were going to miss it, but finally the horse stopped to eat some of the tree. So the farmer got out and walked away to see some of the animals. So they decided that this was their chance to get in. One first, then the other, and then the other. This what was going on inside the boat. They were all here, plus lots of other mice too. They were so happy. Some were sleeping, some were barking, some were smiling, some were laughing, and some just wanted to play. Other mice were there too that were not as crazy. Some just wanted to relax, some just wanted to talk, and some just wanted to lie down and laugh with them. It was a very fun trip to the Black Castle. Finally, they arrived at the Black Castle, and all the others had to leave. It was a very sad moment because all their friends had left. But they had to. They had to start on with their mission at the Black Castle. Dun, dun, dun. When the mice were in the Black Castle, they were very surprised to see a very nice living room. But a mean beast owned it. And another scary thing was that he had a very big cat. He wanted the mice so bad, but they knew that there would be a mice hole somewhere in here. When they came in the main door, someone else was leading them. It was the beast's maid. She was bringing him his evening coffee. When they knew it was clear, they quickly scattered across the floor into the mouse hole. When they got in there, they knew they were safe. And they were definitely safe from the cat, who knew where they were hiding, and he was ready anytime that he had a chance. Just then, the beast arose to see that his cat was growling at something. Quickly, he followed the dog's gaze over to the corner and found just a hole. His big fingers could not fit through there, but he knew that there was something behind there also. Finally, the beast left after investigating a little to have some taste of the evening coffee that his beautiful maid has brought him. When the maid had gone and the cat had gone down for a nap, and the beast was studying who were in the prisoners, how they were, and who were guarding, the mice overheard what the beast was doing, and they were very interested because they wanted to find out what the prisoner's name was and who was guarding him and where his prison was held. So they decided to sneak out and listen very carefully. The beast said, "For prisoner poet Ronald Dow, he is held at stall number 1, guarded by the famous pirate of Erebin." That was a great clue for the mice. Poet Roald Dahl in prison number 1. That was a great clue because now they knew where he was held and what his name was. And he was got by the great pirate of Arab. That sounded very scary to the mice, but they knew they had to take the chance. For he was a poet, a great friend of the mice, and it was their mission, and they were expected to bring them back to the Prisoner Aid Society. Then the beast heard the mice whispering, for he is a beast and has very big ears. So he went over to check, and the mice hid back in their hole. The beast discovered nothing once again, for his fingers were too big. He knew he would not find them till July the next year, for it was December 22nd, 2 days till New Year's Eve. The mice found that out soon too, because they heard Malcolm, his cat, growling and said, "Come out, for in 2 days is New Year's Eve, and I will be planning on you to come out and celebrate with all of us. And then I will plan to eat you. But if you would not like to spend a very good holiday getting eaten up, then come out now so we can get it over with." The mice hesitated, and they knew they would hesitate forever if they never got the prisoner out. So they finally decided to stay in until New Year's Eve. But first, before Malcolm left, they asked him a few questions. "Yes?" Malcolm said. What time is New Year's Eve?" "For it is at 12 o'clock. "And what time do you guys plan on having a party?" "Oh, that very night. And usually the guards, all guards in the whole castle, just stay, once they're very full, they just take New Year's Day off. And all the prisoners still go hungry with no food. But I'm always on guard, for I don't eat any. And so I never get full, and I never get so tired. So then I will plan to eat you. But then, Miss Bianca added, "For you doesn't like to have a good meal? For we are barely plump at all, and all that food you could eat. All that food. You could show off how much food you are, how mighty you are, how strong you are, instead of just deciding to eat us fellows who are very thin and skinny. Why, yes, I chose that, but I can change it, my madam. Well, you shouldn't. I'm telling you, it's a good feat for you. Cats like you need to eat good, so they can be the plumpest ever. And when you're the plumpest, you're the heaviest. And when you're the heaviest, you're the strongest. And if you're the strongest, then you'll be able to eat us. But first you should get that strongest by eating, and you should take a break to let that get in your tummy, and then you will be the toughest. Ah, you are right, madam, but promise me you do not leave until I am recovered. We promise. Finally, it was New Year's Eve, and the mice were very happy because at the table was the Pirate of Arab, which was the prisoner's guard, and also was Malcolm, plus the head jailer. They all had sat down to feast, and once everybody had gone to bed, they were very tired, and so when everybody was fast asleep, the mice knew it was clear. Miss Bianca led the way this time, and Bernard was right behind. Nils decided to stay so he could catch his breath, but as soon as they found out how to get there, they would come report it, and then they would get the prisoner. But instead, Nils actually tagged along, and so they all went into the prisoner's place, where they found the prisoner. He was in a very good-locked cage, but Nils attempted to open it and break the whole prison down. Prisoner was free at last, and soon they got to return to the Prisoners' Aid Society. When the mice explained everything to the prisoner, he showed them a wall. It was very scary because it said the dungeon where prisoners belong. The prisoner discussed how this was not where prisoners belong, and they had to rescue the others. But the mice said that they were in a big rush, and they had to return to the Prisoners' Aid Society. When they got outside, they were just in time to see the wagon leaving, and they caught a ride with it back to the Prisoner Aid Society. When the four reached the Prisoners' Aid Society, they were all happy and cheered. Hooray! Hooray for Nils, Miss Bianca, and Bernard. Plus, the prisoner has got here safely. Woo! Good job! So they all went up to the front, took a bow, and were awarded by a medal. They all wore one all the time, for it didn't just represent their victory, but also their friendship that would always last forever. And soon, the prisoner left to go back to his family and continue writing poems. Bernard stayed happy in his spot, while Miss Bianca went back to her bedroom, and Nils decided to stay here too and help Madam Chairwoman run the meetings. This book is originally has a little girl in it. That's how I learned it, but this one is kind of related to it, but it does have more adventure, because the other one that I have read before has a little girl that got trapped as an orphan with a mean orphan person that is running it. But finally, two mice, Miss Bianca and Bernard, saved her. Like Miss Bianca, Bernard, and Nils saved the prisoner. So they're related, but this one does have a little more adventure in it, because like the Black Castle and the Prisoners Aid Society, the one with the little girl has a Prisoners Aid Society too. That was my book report video of The Rescuers by Marguerite Sharp.